Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello everyone, it's Zainab. Welcome back to my daily reading of Hussein's Revolution, Its Causes and Implications by Ayatollah Muhammad Mahdi Shamsuddin. So before I get started, I just want to make a little announcement. I'm hoping to, inshallah, by the will and grace and mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, start lives again on Saturday. Not today, not tomorrow, but the following day, Saturday, the 27th of July. I'm gonna start doing lives again. I'm just gonna read Quran during my lives. I have not recited the Quran since before the beginning of Muharram, and I want to get back into it again, because I was trying to do it on a daily basis, but it's been a while and I feel like I'm losing practice. So, but I'm gonna do it a bit differently, because instead of recording the video of me reciting a page and then uploading it to TikTok, I'm gonna just do it live from now on. So there won't be any recorded videos of me reciting the Quran anymore on my feed. It'll just be live from now on, inshallah, on a daily basis. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grants me the time, I hope to do it in that way, inshallah. So you'll be able to still see my progress as I try to practice and improve myself, improve my recitation, inshallah. I'm just a beginner. I've taught myself how to read the Quran in Arabic. So yeah, so let's try, inshallah, starting from Saturday. Alright, so we are up to page 215 of this book, and look, we're almost done. We only have that much to go. We're in a section called Dismantling the Religious Guise. So this is where we look closely into how Imam Hussein's revolution dismantled the disguise that the Umayyad rulers had been dressing themselves up in, pretending to be religious and pious, pretending to be Muslim even. They weren't even Muslim, but they were pretending to be. Muawiyah was doing really well in pretending to be Muslim. Yazid, not so much. He didn't really try that hard to pretend to be Muslim. His disguise was see-through, transparent, very transparent. But Muawiyah had fooled the people for many years, making them believe that he was religious and pious. And he'd also made the people believe that Imam Hussein was the rebellious one, the one that was going far away from Islam, which is why it was easy for him to mobilize a lot of people against him. Alright, in the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, all praise belongs to him, and peace and blessings to Prophet Muhammad and his pure family. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. A companion of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, obedience to the leader is imperative, even if he were excessively oppressive. It is said that it is impermissible to revolt against an excessively oppressive leader with unanimity on the issue. Another one wrote, a leader gains his position by the allegiance of nobles and notables, and by spreading his authority over his subjects by force and power. If allegiance was paid to him, but he could not gain authority through subjugation, he would not become a leader. And if he became a leader and became excessively oppressive, he cannot be legitimately removed so long as he has power and dominance. These edicts and their likes claim that it is immoral for the just to revolt against the oppressive and impious. So someone who is oppressing people, just like a certain country in the Middle East today is doing to a certain another country in the Middle East, illegal occupation, oppression, etc., etc. It is seen as, or they try to make the people believe that it was more sinful and rebellious to revolt against that oppressive rule. No, you can't have your human rights or your basic rights and you can't fight for them. No, 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 no. You just have to sit back and let us trample all over you and deny you your basic human rights and oppress you, treat you with aggression, racism, all of the bad things you can think of. And no, you can't say anything about it. You just have to accept it. That's it. You just have to accept it. Oh my God. It makes subjugation and oppression legitimate sources of power. Yet Allah has not sent any teachings of this sort. Rather, these are the vile fruits of the Umayyad religious propaganda. They are the results of faulty justifications given for oppressive regimes. But these numbing decrees, finding no credible support in the words of Allah, remained in the confines of books. The Muslim nation was no longer willing to listen to such talk. The nation became restless, yearning for revolution at every turn. Next chapter is called A Guilty Conscience. Imam Hussein's revolution and its bloody end on the sands of Karbala had another substantial effect. It riled in the conscience of every Muslim a sense of guilt for the tragedy. This guilt was especially distressing for anyone who was able to support Imam Hussain but chose not to do so, and those who heard his call but did not answer. Guilt reached its peak for those who promised Imam Hussain that they will stand by his side and abandon him at the most crucial time. This guilty conscience played two roles. On one hand, it drove men to seek atonement for their culpable conduct. On the other hand, it agitated emotions of hatred and disgust at those who drove the individual towards such conduct. We see this clearly in the history of the Muslim nation after Imam Hussein's revolution. This guilty conscience drove many factions to seek to rectify their misdeeds in some way. They grew in hatred and disgust against the Umayyad state. The natural conclusion of these inclinations was revolution. And so it was. The Umayyad Empire was at once ridden with revolutions triggered by Imam Hussein's tragedy. The revolutionaries sought to atone for the abandonment of Imam Hussain. They sought vengeance from the Umayyad clan.